Well, hello, BBs, and thank you so much for joining me. Today, we're going to watch as Amber once again makes excuses for not losing weight. This video is brought to us by the great Apathetic faxX, so a big thank you to them. And a big thank you to all of you. Your support of this channel really means a lot, so thank you, BBs. The likes, the hypes, all the comments, talk to me in the comments. It all helps out a lot, so thank you. I definitely try to read each and every comment, so that's why you'll see when I heart them, that's when I'm reading them. So I love your guys' perspectives. So talk to me in the comments. I always have fun doing that with you guys. A big thank you to the Skeleton Society, our members. Of course, all the information joining down below. And if you are enjoying the content, go ahead and subscribe. It's free and it helps out the channel a lot. We just recently bypassed 3,000 babies and buddies in the boneyard. So thank you guys. All right, let's see what we're in for, shall we? Now, just to preface this, Apathetic faxX did explain in the beginning of the video how Amber has all these new viewers over on TikTok. Basically, everybody just sort of seeing her for the first time, sort of what we all experienced, where we're like, wow, this poor girl, she can do it. There's so much hope in the air. So, I think we're going to see a bit more of a character with Amber as she's playing this up, and this damn hairstyle on her, I can't stand it. She thinks it's so cute, but it just makes her head look somehow even bigger, more bulbous.
As you guys know, I have been weighing myself. So with the weigh-ins, I've been like staying the same. I feel super swollen every day. Over here, my scale is saying that I'm not gaining weight. So when I went to the doctor, they
I'm not gaining weight. You're also not losing weight, sounds like. And whatever she's about to say, I'm sure she's going to blame it on water retention, which we've seen on 600 Pound Life a million times. They always blame their weight gain on water retention. But as the great doctor now would say, it's all in the math. So just the fact that she's even maintaining her weight means she's eating like 6,000 calories a day. So let's see what this heifer's about to
did
say.
weigh me. It was completely different than what was on my scale here at home. That happens. It was kind of shocking to see. I think I was like lying to myself. I was telling myself that their scale's broken, but mine's not. But then 4 days ago, I stepped on the scale and it
God, okay, I think this was in the past, if I'm not mistaken, where she's like, I was telling myself the doctor's scale's wrong. Yeah. Okay, Amber, that makes a lot of sense. What's more logical? You living in your Delulu life that you're already feeling that you're gaining weight, yet your scale isn't saying that, or the doctor's scale, which is showing you way more. Funny, she never tells us what the weight was either, which I'm gonna guess was probably her highest ever weight she's seen, but okay. But yeah, the medical doctor that has to create legal medical records is the one with the wrong information.
said I weighed 350. About a month ago when I got my new scale, I weighed myself and I was at the highest I've ever been. I did get my new scale today and I'm going to be stepping on that for you guys. I got a new scale. So I got a new scale. There is a wide width scale that a lot of people have that are my size. But last time I bought that, which was last year, the scale was so unreliable. It was making me 20 pounds lighter than I really was. So I said, okay, that scale's broken. Sometimes that happens, which is unfortunate. I did get another scale off of Amazon. I'm really nervous. I hate getting new scales.
This bitch and her scales. I mean, remember the controversy when she lived with Crystal and she threw a big fit because the scale wouldn't weigh her, and she basically like freaked out so bad that they went and bought her like a special scale because she insisted on weighing herself every day. Like, it's like this is part of the psychosis at this point.
Super high, 550 pound capacity. I'm gonna have to weigh myself on my scale that I have now and then weigh myself on this one and see if it's accurate. The new scale that I got, which is accurate, I will say it did make me like almost 2 pounds heavier than my other scale. Look what I got. The talking.
This bitch will never cease to amaze me when she worries about like the decimal points or like 2 pounds. Like a pound or less or 2 pounds. Yeah, because for you, Amber, that's a freaking drop in the ocean. Does it really matter? No, not really. from a pound or two, you have a little leeway there because you're freaking 600 pounds plus.
Scale. Do you guys remember this? Goes up to 700 pounds. I will say, like, I don't know if it's as reliable as the scale I have, but now my weigh-in, I used both scales, my new and my old.
God,
but
those
I'm
greasy
just
ass sideburns.
start logging my weight with the new scale because it's like I didn't spend $80 just to let it sit there and still me use the old one. I did weigh myself 3 times on my new scale, and I'm just gonna like take the overall like middle one. So there was a new scale that I bought that I started using. You guys actually saw that. When I first got it, it was only like 2 to 3 pounds different from the scale that I was using before. It actually made me 2 to 3 pounds heavier, and I was totally fine with that. Then there was like 2
and I was totally fine with that. Yeah, I would hope. Because 2 to 3 pounds on your body is nothing. On her, I mean.
weeks where I did not weigh myself at all. And I stepped on the scale and it said I was down like 30 pounds. I was like, I'm doing the damn thing. It was inaccurate. It was inaccurate. Unfortunately, that scale, it weighs Feline right on point. So the whole time I thought I was a certain weight. I'm very let down. I've got a new scale. She's the one that talks, but it's the one that only goes up to like 550 pounds because my scale like officially broke, the one that I've had for a while. Another update, I did get—
How does she break so many scales? Because in my mind, unless you're throwing the thing around or getting it wet, other than basically busting it with your body weight, like in a cartoon fashion where all the gears and shit starts flying out when you step on it and it's like smoking, like how is she breaking so many scales? But I said just a second ago, this is like part of the psychosis. I swear to God, it kind of, like it really is. She's like in her mind, like, well, this isn't right. The scale must be broken. I better get another one that's going to show that I'm 4 pounds lighter because I've been trying so hard on my diets. Like, what is the issue? I've had the same scale for like 10 years. I don't understand.
Get a new scale because the scale from my live weigh-in wasn't working. I'm very upset about that because that weigh-in, I was like super excited for it and the scale was f***ing broken. I'm like, cool, thanks, bitch.
Okay, so here's what I'm thinking as well. And I think this is sort of what Apathetic Fax is maybe implying, that there's just always problems with the scale so she doesn't have to weigh in. Like this one right here seems very obvious where she's like, oh my God, I was so excited to weigh in. Like, damn you, scale.
And I was like super excited for it and the scale was f***ing broken. I'm like, cool, thanks, bitch. As you guys know, I did weigh in and I was super excited because I thought I was down weight and I was like, yes. And a part of me was like, okay, I'm gonna accept this and just—
These freaking greasy sideburns. Like, she really thinks this is cute. Like, in her mind, she looks cute right here. Like, oh my God, bitch. And I'm pretty sure this is the Destiny era. Like after her and Destiny broke up,
let it be what it is.
Or maybe
and
before,
I decided to
I
weigh
don't know.
myself the next day, and it said I weighed like 217, and I'm like, girl, no, I don't weigh 217.
217, bitch. She was like 300 pounds heavier than that at this point. So, like.
17, and I was like, okay, I know this is broken, and now it won't even turn on. Destiny and I did think it was from the batteries, so we got new batteries, we put the batteries in, and it just won't even turn on. And a lot of people are like, how does a scale break? We were moving to Kentucky from Florida when we were packing the scale inside of the truck. We put a bunch of boxes on top of the scale, and it was just thrown about like it didn't matter. At the time, I did have 2 scales. I've always—
God damn, have you ever heard like when people over explain a story, it's because they're like lying? It's like she's saying too much. Like, god damn.
I've had issues with scales. I have a new handy dandy scale that I will be using come the new year, so my weigh-ins will be a lot more accurate and precise, and it's a reliable scale, and someone my size definitely needs that.
Whenever my scale comes, which I'm really nervous for because it's okay, I know my scale's broken, but like, is the doctor's also maybe off? Because I am so much bigger and sometimes doctor's office don't have scales that like work really well with my type of size. Or was my scale actually working during all those weigh-in times and it just recently broke? I don't know. Why didn't you just get the same scale?
God damn. Just go to a freaking car part car part. What am I saying? Like a recycling place or like a dump where they'll like weigh really heavy things all the time, like the Slayton sisters had to do. Just go there, Amber, and um God, I can't think. You know, like in an experiment where you have like the constant thing. I forget what it's called, but yeah. She's never going to trust the scale because in her mind it's always like I weigh more than that. I weigh less than that. Oh my god, I tried so hard. I didn't lose 50 pounds in a day. This can't be right. Okay, what's this says? When questioned why she bought a 700-pound scale when her old one was maxed out at 550. I remember that because we were thinking, well, she must be above 550. So this was June 25th of 25. The truth comes out, but not without some lies.
That you had before. As you guys know, my scale broke and it was weighing me the wrong weight the whole time. I didn't realize that until I went to the doctor. So then when I went to go buy a new scale, that one didn't pop up on my Amazon. So I just got one that was very similar to it. With the new scale, I did have to like obviously switch the batteries because it did come with batteries, but the batteries were kind of wonk. And it was weighing me in like the 400s and I'm like, girl, that's not accurate. But then when I used the batteries that I actually have in my home.
This isn't the first broken scale. It isn't the second. Amber's history with scales goes back years, and somehow, when a weigh-in becomes inconvenient, the scale has a habit of suddenly breaking.
Okay. So yeah, I don't know. I think their editing is off here. I think they usually would have text, but we're looking at this screen. I think that is, pretty typical where she needs to essentially buy herself some time. But that whole thing, she could have easily just said, yeah, you know what? My scale was wrong. I went to the doctor. It said I was like 560 or whatever. And I needed to get a scale that is going to measure me now at this higher weight. But of course, she's never going to be that upfront. She's never going to be that transparent. She still wants to act like she's never made it to the 600s. There's rumors I've seen you guys talk about in the comments with the LCU and all that she made it to 700. So I would believe it. I've been watching a lot of 600-pound life recaps lately on YouTube while I'm at work, just, for something to listen to. And these people look exactly like her. These people that are 600 and 700 pounds. So she has such a small frame that it's hard to judge, I feel like, just how massive she is. That's why I think that would be the only interesting part of ever seeing her in real life to me, is just to finally see her size in person. You know what I mean? So you can actually like really understand what we're working with. But I mean, it's obvious to anybody she's huge, but just how big, I don't know that we can really convey. I'll tell you what, though, that video of Eric's birthday party where he pans out to them singing, to me, it was like, damn, because you don't a lot of times get to see her next to regular sized people or average sized people. So, this bitch.
It is Monday weigh-in update. So I went to turn on my scale and it was like majorly glitching.
Okay, so just so I'm understanding, because I am quite dense and I'm tired today, this is now current because we're no longer in the black and white. So I think safe to say this is her now and the same scale bullshit.
I will show you a clip here because I recorded it. I was like, what is actually happening? So there was nothing on top of it, but it was like flashing a bunch of numbers. I tried moving the scale. I tried seeing if there was something underneath it. I tried unplugging it. I tried leaving it unplugged for a while. I tried Googling. I tried looking up the type of scale, if this was like normal.
Honestly, what did she think that was proving by showing the numbers changing on the setting or on the display? She could have easily had like a toe on it, fucking with it, and we wouldn't see that. So it's just, this is like shit you would expect a kid to do when they're lying. Like they try to present this evidence that doesn't even mean anything.
I tried Googling. I tried looking up the type of scale, if this was like normal, a way to fix it. I could not figure it out. So my scale is broken and it decided to break while I am thriving. And I mean thriving.
Bitch, I don't believe a single word you're saying because you don't look smaller at all. You still look like the moon. So, I mean, what she's been showing us is decent. She has been moving her body, but I do not believe that she's not eating more when the camera's not on.
I'm moving better, I'm breathing better, I'm moving more, I'm more energized, my clothes are fitting better, I fit better in the car, like the list goes on and on. Trust me, I have had multiple broken scales in my lifetime. No, the scale being broke is not in my control.
Here's my theory. I think that sure, she probably has lost a little bit of weight from what we've seen, at least just, she's moving her body more. She seems to be making healthier choices, even though her calories are still off. Like, she's severely underestimating what she's eating. But let's say she's lost 25 pounds or something. I think she was still like 600 plus. So even if that's the case, she still doesn't want to tell us, oh, I'm, at 575, because that's admitting how high she was. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think we're going to see her weight until she's more down to closer to 500, if I had to guess, just because then she can act like she's done something. But until then, she may be losing weight, but she surely isn't going to ever tell us the freaking truth.
What
I
is
know
in my
that.
control is me doing my exercises every day and not changing a single thing besides improving every single day. But don't you worry, as much as I love a non-scale victory, which I have a whole list full, I want to see the progress on the scale. So I did buy a new one. It'll be here in a couple days.
Can anybody tell me why she puts her glasses on her head like that? She said because she liked how it pulled her hair back, but she's wearing her hair in a frickin' bun right now, so her hair's already pulled back. Like, she just thinks it looks cute to have glasses on your head, or what? Because it makes it seem like you left the house? I'm not buying it.
It was very expensive. I have to buy the medical grade scale, so it was over $100. It has amazing reviews. When I get the scale and it's all set up, you guys will get your weigh in, so don't you worry, because I'm curious too.
Yeah, except your girl had already given us a pretty good clue as to why she might not want to step on that scale.
I am super swollen. I don't want to retain more water than I need to retain.
Like, I had a lot of days this week where I was really swollen, because what triggers my lipedema and my lymphedema to swell? Gravitational pull, baby, but also exercise, sitting in chairs.
She also does nothing to help her lymphedema. There's like certain clothing she could wear and massages and different things. Like, there was a point where this bitch was making thousands of dollars a day, or a month, I should say, where she could have got some of those like compression leggings that have like inflate with air and stuff, and that could have probably helped a lot. But no, she bought Legos and freaking shit she didn't need, thousands of stickers and croc charms and shit. So
sitting in cars, and I've been going out, I've been doing things, and
we're gonna be here for like 8 hours. It's already been a couple because it's Glow Bingo and we have to get our seat.
I've been working out every single day, but these things will not stop me from losing the fat that I am capable of losing. So if I have water retention, okay, it is what it is. That'll go away, baby. But so will the fat that I am capable of losing. And everything evens out on the scale.
conspiracy theory. The way she says baby reminds me of when Feline was around. She also pretended like she was going to actually try to lose weight when Feline was around. Do you think it's possible that her and Feline are talking? I just don't understand how she's still with Emily and on a weight loss journey. To me, those two things don't match. Like, how is Emily okay with her losing weight? We all know she doesn't want her to lose weight.
Whether I'm swollen or I'm not, but I know today would have been a great weigh-in day. I woke up, I was feeling a little bit deswelled. I felt so good. My breathing felt good. Like, I was just like, I feel it in my body, baby. Like, if you know, you know. Sometimes you know. I didn't.
No, I don't. I'm sorry. I don't think most of us understand what it feels like to get over like 500 pounds and to have it affect our breathing. Most people, I think, that watch these channels and this content, it's maybe somebody that has struggled with their weight or somebody that knows what it feels like to have health issues and sees these bitches basically throwing it down the toilet, their health, every day. So, Amber, no, I don't think we do get, when most people, when like I lose weight, sure, I might see it like in my face and stuff. It doesn't like change my breathing.
Get to see that result, but I will in a couple days. I'm sorry to let everyone down. I was very sad about it. Trust me, I was kind of pissed, to be honest, but I was able to sit with those feelings and be like, it's not the end of the world, because regardless if I know the number or not, like, I'm still making the same progress.
Here she is trying to manipulate her audience, basically, because instead of us being mad at her now because she's not doing what she said she was going to do, she's making it seem like, I'm actually okay with it, so I'm not angry, like making it seem like she's the one that should be pissed. No. This is you being accountable to your audience, and you're apparently not capable of doing that. Also, bitch, you need some mascara on with this really dark eyeliner.
And like, literally, this is a first world problem. I bought a new scale. It will be here in a couple days, and then problem solved. I am so sorry.
Jesus. So that was her apology, apparently. Okay. Well, shock to no one, but apparently the new people on TikTok, because we already know for how many years now this bitch is never going to tell us the truth. Even when she gets the scale, I don't trust a weigh-in that she gives us. No. She's just lied too many times about this topic and about everything else. But we're here for it. I want to thank you all so much for spending a part of your day with me. It should be the start of week for most, so hope you all have a really nice week, a nice day, a nice evening. Again, thank you to Apathetic faxX for the use of their video, but a shout out to Barbecue Chillin' for helping the animals that are being affected by the fires in her area. So much love to her, much love to all of you. Thank you to the Skeleton Society, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye. Guess what? We have merch now, BBs. So if you're interested, go ahead and check out the link in the description. Just basically made stuff that I myself want to wear. So if you like it, let's all sport our Rage Bone Pride together.